Okay, folks, we are back. We are back with part two because this is getting long here and we got a lot to talk about because we like talking. This is Real with Robo featuring the Robo Marine. And we left off at him telling us how he would love to see someone take Occupy Wall Street's advice and try and stab an ICE agent. And you were saying, sir?
You got to be a fool if you don't think that, first of all, an ICE agent is going to defend themselves, B, that they're unarmed, and C, that if you pull a knife on one, chances are they're not going to think twice, they're just going to shoot you.
And like law officials, law enforcement, because I don't know nothing about law enforcement, but I know you do. Law enforcement, when they pull their weapon, do they give you like warning, like would they say get back if you're coming at them with a knife, like full-fledged ready to stab them?
No.
What would happen here in this situation if an illegal attempted to take this advice? What would happen? How would the ICE agent respond?
Well, pulling a weapon on any law enforcement officer, uh, knife, gun, or otherwise, they're not going to pull their weapon and tell you to get back. That would be pretty much self defeating. Um, they're going to pull their weapon and they're going to shoot you.
And where do you think they're going to get shot? Like shot in the leg to like back it up, or shot in the arm, or what?
Last time I checked, standard operating procedure for most police departments, which included law enforcement, was two to the chest, one to the head.
Okay, so we're talking about where all the goodies are. The goodies like insta death are. So and that goes into my question about laws, because we live in Tennessee, so our laws are kind of different from down there. But what I've been told is that if they gave a warning shot or shot them in the leg, wouldn't they be considered like wouldn't they get in trouble for that?
Yeah, if you warning shot, where does the shot go? I mean, whether you're law enforcement, civilian, military, every round that leaves your weapon, you're responsible for and where it lands.
Okay, so no warning shots. And what if they just, they don't want to shoot them? They're just like, these people are like frustrated. I'm trying to be kind, and they shoot them in the leg. What's going to happen to that ICE officer?
Probably open up a civil lawsuit.
So he's just going to react by, you're done.
Besides, a leg shot doesn't always stop somebody, especially if they're charging.
So basically, what you're saying though is that they're not even going to give them that. They're just going to be like operating procedure and pop them twice in the chest and one in the head.
Yep, more or
Okay,
less.
and that's lawful, right?
It's self defense.
I'm saying, but is that against the law to do that? Would that be considered um, unlawful? An unlawful reaction to somebody attacking you with a knife?
No.
Okay, so that would be well within their rights.
Well, within yours, too.
Epic. Um, I had a question because I wanted to know. I wanted to know how you felt about about this statement. If you were in this place, okay, if you were in President Trump's place, and you're sitting there, you're looking at the illegal immigrants, you're trying to be, you're trying to be compassionate while still being firm, okay, because that's what dads are. And most people look at, the first family as, the dad of the nation, the mom of the nation, the children of the nation. When we don't add in the military and all that, because those are our sons and daughters. But President Trump said his goal, his policy is to become a lawful nation. And his first step at this was the immigration bill to make it lawful, but to be kind about it, and he's pretty much done that. Now, you got kids in with their families, which I think that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake because you don't know if that's their dads and their coyotes or whatever. But I think it's a huge mistake. But, he's trying to be kind and lawful with that situation. But following along the rules of the law, this NYU professor giving personal information about these ICE agents when he knows that personal information may be used to harm these ICE agents and their families. This Peter Fonda, whoever the fuck he is, because honestly, guys, when they said Peter Fonda, I was like, wait, Fonda? The dad? And I was like, no, the dad died. Who the fuck is that?
Her brother.
And I didn't even know that. But anyway, Peter Fonda is calling for the rape, molestation, aggravated kidnap of the first family's son. He's calling for the terroristic acts toward the children of the ICE agents. He's calling for assaults on the ICE agents. He's calling for assaults on not only Sarah Sanders, but Miss Kirsten. And then on top of that, Occupy Democrats or Occupy Wall Street are calling for, I'm sorry about that, Occupy Democrats, you guys aren't into this. And I apologize profusely for that. But Occupy Wall Street are calling for illegal immigrants to stab ICE agents. And then on top of that, Antifa are spreading around these people's names, inciting violence. And Antifa has already been cleared of that problem in Berkeley, California, where they beat a Trump supporter nearly to death, but they got off. But I'm not gonna say how unlawful that shit was. But I'm gonna let it go. How should the president react under his policy of wanting to be a lawful and law-abiding nation if that would have happened if you were the president and that was your policy? What would you have done to those people?
Prosecute them.
And what would have came around from prosecuting them?
Hopefully an example to others that this kind of behavior will not be tolerated. It's just disgusting. I'm not getting my way, so I'm going to tell you what you can do and basically make a big stink out of it. It's disgusting.
I was told by this one person that patriots are a club you can join. Have you heard of any patriotic clubs I could join other than the NRA?
The military?
Military? And do you get jackets in the military?
Well, you can.
Do you get a lifetime membership?
Or does that count with the VA?
Well, how does the VA treat you? Do they treat you real good?
Debatable.
Debatable. Okay, so it's a pretty sucky club to join. And I would assume that the NRA is a pretty sucky club to join too. And I'm not saying that because you guys like suck like that, but because when I was growing up, the clubs we had cool stuff. I mean, we had jackets, we had meeting spots, we had cool stuff to do. We got together and shared our light brights, and we enjoyed the time together. And these clubs seem like you put in a lot of work and get no love for being in the clubs. So, Patriots, that doesn't sound like a club that anybody wants to be in. But is it a good club? What I'm saying, is it good to be a patriot?
Yeah, it's called National Pride.
National Pride. And what's part of National Pride? I mean, I know National Pride is, whoop, I love America, but what other, like, parts of national pride makes you a patriot?
Wanting to do what's right for your nation,
Mm-hmm.
um, following the laws. Hello, keyword. Following the laws of your nation.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know.
I mean, like, would respecting the first family, possibly supporting your military and your vets, you know, loving your constitution, all that, would that be part of patriotism?
Could be construed that way, yeah.
Respecting Old Glory and not standing on her or spitting on her or wiping your ass with her or burning her unless it's in, like, a closed, secluded area with respect. Would that be part of patriotism?
I guess.
I mean, we real right here, so get real. I mean, would that be part of patriotism? Respecting, the Constitution, respecting the flag laws, respecting that. I mean, if we're respecting America's laws, we should be respecting those laws. They're part of it. Right?
Like I said, to a degree, yes. I agree. I mean, me personally, I respect the laws of this nation. I respect our flag. I respect the office of the president, not necessarily the person who's in it. You know, I have to agree with your dad. You've said it so many times. There have been several presidents I don't agree with. And yes, folks, I'm actually old enough to remember several presidents.
Me too. Hello.
Yeah.
We some old fogies.
But the point of the matter is, while you may not like him, I mean, there were people who didn't like Obama. There were people who didn't like Clinton. You didn't
Mm.
see them advocating for the abduction of his children.
Or the brutal, terroristic rape of his child. Sorry, I'm still pissed off about that. I just really am. This little boy did absolutely nothing. He can't control who his dad or his mom is. He has absolutely no fucking power to change anything, and these bastards want to hurt him. And the same with Melania. Basically, the First Lady's job is to look pretty and represent the women of America. And you're calling for her death, and you're making fun of her, and you're calling to hurt her? She has no power. Fuck you. Get off my First Lady. And I don't know, maybe that's just the patriot in me. And I believe all those things are patriotism. It's all a part of being in the quote unquote club of patriots, where you love your country and you love everything about it, regardless if you agree with it or not. You love your country and you want to see your country flourish. I'm sorry, I got a little excited there. I'm just really mad about this. Oh, it's a club you could get into. No, it's a feeling. It's the American spirit. It's the American pride. It's respecting Old Glory. It's not shitting or spitting on Old Glory and then trying to say, oh, that's my First Amendment. Bitch, it ain't your First Amendment. Your First Amendment is shutting the fuck up too, but you don't see you utilizing that part of the First Amendment. Did I just say that? Yeah, I just got real. I'm so tired of people attacking our presidential family, our country, our people. And the sick part of it is, you fucking liberals, you fucking Democrats, and you fucking ass progressives and socialists and everybody else. Y'all know that the only people that can make laws is Congress. That's the only people. Am I right or wrong about that?
Congress makes them, president passes them. That's how the system works.
And I mean, how fair is it for people to be looking at the TV, knowing damn well Congress is telling basically Trump to fuck off? I ain't gonna do nothing you say, no matter how fair it is. Fuck you. What do you think about Congress when they say that? Because you're not political.
I think Congress is a joke anyway, but that's beside the issue. They have too much to do and they don't do anything with it.
They don't do anything with it. Now, a couple nights ago, President Trump, he begged and pleaded with Congress to bring him a law he could sign that was fair, to reform the immigration laws. And you know what Chuck Schumer said? He said, with a swipe of a pen, you could do it yourself. Talking about an executive order. Does that sound to you, a non-political person, that Congress is trying to work with our president like it's supposed to?
No, that comment in itself was essentially, in my personal opinion, go fuck yourself. That's how I would have taken it, at least.
Okay, let's say you had the president's power to write an executive order, and somebody, even though you're trying to be fair and involve all these people in this lawmaking, in this process, and they don't want to work with you and basically told you to go fuck yourself, what kind of executive order would you make? One that they wanted, or what?
No.
I mean, let's get real with the Robo Marine. What would you do? What kind of executive order would you make? Because he made an executive order that kept zero tolerance and then put all the families in jail together.
See, this is why I'd never be president. See, I'm vindictive in this way. But basically, I'd be signing an executive order about, I don't know, term limits. Because I think some have been in there a little too long anyway.
Oh, no, did he just say that? President Trump, are you listening? You need to be listening right now. Because them Congress, and this is what the left scream too. Let's get term limits. Yes, we need them. And in Pelosi's case and Feinstein's case and that other senator's case who thought Guam would capsize if we put any more Marines on it, mandatory annual senility tests. What do you think?
Yeah, senility being one of them. The other one being, these people have lost touch with their constituents. It's that simple. They're above everybody is how they feel, and the problems of the little man, white, black, Mexican, they don't care what color you are. Your problems, not theirs.
Ow. And this from a non-political man. Okay, he worked every single day. He busts his ass every single day to feed his family. You see where I'm going with this, leftist? Even he knows that the president can only sign executive orders. And you know too. I mean, think about it. Put yourself in the president's predicament, okay, people? If somebody told you to go fuck off, what would you do? You tell them right back, go fuck off in a nice way, and then smile at them. Okay? But I got a few more questions I want to touch on. Yeah. I got a few more questions for the Robo Marine. Yeah. Okay. Now, everybody knows that there's a pecking order in basically every administration. Okay? The pecking order goes, what? The constituents at the bottom. That's us, people. Then it goes up to the senators and representatives. And then it goes up to the president in order to make a law, correct? Let me ask you something. If while you were still in the Marine Corps, your, I don't know, let's go with base general said, get this shit sorted out, what would the Marines do that were under him?
Aye, sir.
And would they get that shit sorted out like right away?